In case you missed it, let me show you his before and after picture. People always ask, well, should my kid be? Wait. Always have to take a pause. Wednesday is the first day of school. Look at that. 12 years old. Do 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 do. And y'all know damn well these little kids now are mean. These little kids today are mean. Not, I don't think the kids today are any meaner than they were when we were coming up. It's just these kids nowadays are a little more sensitive than we were growing up, aren't they? How do you explain why these kids are a little more sensitive now than we were? How you explain that? Why is everybody so emotional? Not only did he lose 24 pounds, but it also normalized his cholesterol, the wheat. Now, it ain't the gentle parenting, it's the wheat. Well, I think gentle parenting, because, you know, I don't know if wheat is going to be able to beat out a bop upside the head. I'm not sure. I don't know. I ain't tested out the theory. My kid is grown. Okay? Fantastic. How you feeling? But listen, no drugs, no detox teas, because, you know, my former company is always showing some kids losing some stump belly fat with detoxing. Why you want to subject your child? This is how my system got jacked up. Okay? My system got jacked up by taking laxatives and shit when I was 12, 13 years old and staying on that same roller coaster. I'm not the only one. Okay? Y'all know damn well. Okay? We mess our own bodies up with doing master cleanses and all this other, you know, little drastic stuff. Your body has a way to detox itself. That's what your liver is for. That's what your kidneys are for. That's what your lungs are for, right? But I messed up my own system by using laxatives and X-Lax. Remember X-Lax had the little chocolate things? This child lost 24 pounds at the age of 12. Blood type A. And y'all already know how hard blood type A is, right? Y'all grown-ups, y'all complain about it every day on this live. And if a 12-year-old can have more discipline than a whole grown person when it comes to eating for blood type A, you can too. That 12-year-old just showed y'all up. And you know what's funny? A lot of the really impactful transformations that we've seen are blood type A's. I know I always talk about the blood type O's, but Esther is a blood type A, and she lost 66 pounds in a matter of months. Okay? So if a 12-year-old can lose 24 pounds since February eating for blood type A, then you can do it. Oh, it's hard. And that is a child. A child. Okay? So one more time, let's give it up for Mr. Caden. Going back to school with his little transformation. Everybody gonna be like, well, hey. Okay? Why is everybody so sensitive now? This little ring is threatening to fall off. Why is everybody so sensitive nowadays? It's the wheat. Let me just ask y'all a question, the 184 people here. Now, you know we got to build these numbers up, right? So I need y'all to tap the screen, continually tap the screen, because that brings people into the live. And also, Put some hearts and things down in the comments, because apparently that does something with the algorithm. I don't know. Okay? But we got 176 people here. Let me ask y'all, what the people that have kids, what y'all feed y'all kids last night? Be honest. What did y'all feed y'all kids last night? What did y'all feed y'all kids last night? Oh, look, they left. Let me get out of here. What did your kids eat for dinner last night? Steak. All right now. Come on. What y'all kids eat last night? Don't be scared. And I know a lot of y'all like, oh, it's hard to get my kids to eat blah blah blah. Beef and broccoli, fantastic. It's hard to get listen, your kids don't have no job. Your kids don't have no job. Why should your kids get to dictate? Your kids are grown. Fish and veggies, fantastic. Your kids don't have no job. And they living in your house. Okay? They should, if you eating by blood type, they should be eating by blood type. The only way we are going to break these generational habits, a lot of people say generational curses. I don't believe in generational curses. I do not buy into, you hear a lot of network marketing people say that shit. It's always sat wrong with me. No one cursed you. Okay? Your daughter's 40. What she had for dinner last night? Thank you. The only way we break generational habits is to get ourselves on a path and start influencing those around us. Penne, homemade garlic bread, chicken, corn on the cob, bratwurst. You lying. I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying. That's what your family eating tonight? Your kids. I'm not even gonna ask what their blood type is. You got done at 5:30? Okay. You're obviously not eating by blood type, right? She said, I made homemade garlic bread. Spaghetti with zucchini noodles, ground lamb, and homemade basil. Okay, well, there you go. Hey, Miss Deborah. Ma'am, are you new? You don't know nothing about blood type eating, right? Hi. I'm like, there's no blood type in none of that you just listed. So, okay. There's no blood type in none of that stuff that you just listed there. You had beef spinach today. You feel extremely better, and it's the first day. Look at that. Today is the first day, and you already feel better. I bake most of my meat. I eat fish, chicken, turkey, and salmon. What does baking have to do with it? What does baking have to do with your meat? This is how they continue. There are marketing techniques that are always being used on us. Okay? One of the marketing techniques is you cooking your meat a different way is gonna make it healthier. And everybody bought into that shit. Now there is science that says some are eating by tongue type, exactly. We got some newbies. We're gonna have to just ease them into it. Okay. You took walnuts and mushrooms and made vegan hamburger crumbles for spaghetti. Did you use tomatoes for your spaghetti? I eat that way because I have type 2 diabetes. You should be eating for your blood type if you have type 2 diabetes. Do you know what your blood type is, Sharon? Because I'm going to go back up to your comment. I eat meat. I eat fish, chicken, turkey, and salmon. The reason I would venture to say why you have diabetes is because of that chicken. Thank you. It is literally because of that chicken that you got the diabetes. So it doesn't matter how you cook that chicken. I don't care if you boil that chicken. I don't care if that chicken is swimming in its own juices. You said you are. I never said that. You should probably listen better. I never said I was a blood type A. And even if I was a blood type A, if I promote meat to blood type O's, that's what I'm supposed to do. So since you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you should probably shut up. How about that? Y'all so busy looking for something to try to dispute what I'm saying. When you wrong. Oh yes, chicken can cause diabetes. Absolutely. Go look it up. Even here's what y'all don't understand. No matter what my blood type is, I'm going to educate everyone on what their blood type is supposed to be eating. This ain't about me. That's why when y'all be asking me what I eat, it don't matter what I eat. It matters what you eat. Because I'm always going to eat by my blood type. Okay? So when y'all come, what do you eat? We're not the same. Stop worrying about what I'm eating. Let's worry about what you should be eating. Y'all just don't understand how that concept works, do you? You said you're A and you're promoting meat. This ain't my agenda. This is about what you're eating and what you eat is doing to your body. Where is the research? Where is research, ma'am? Where is research housed? Where is research housed, ma'am? Take a big wild guess where research is housed. In 2023, where do you think all research is housed? You want me to pull out old newspaper clippings? Ma'am, I already cited my findings. You can go on the National Institutes of Health right now. It don't matter where I say the research is, you're not going to believe it. So it doesn't matter. The research came down from heaven above. Jesus himself told me, you ain't gonna believe nothing I say, Miss Rachel. So it don't matter. I don't address people that ain't gonna believe it at all. So what's the point? You wasting my time and yours. You could stop eating chicken for a week and get your own research. But you ain't gonna do that. And even if I tell you where to go look, you're not going to read it. Because y'all don't read shit anyway. You don't believe science. You don't believe research. You don't believe half the shit people say unless it's Donald Trump. I'm not tap dancing for you. The fuck? Well, where's the research? You can't read the research. If it ain't on Fox News, you ain't gonna believe it anyway. The Snooty Fox said, you got your list last night and you've been eating all the wrong shit? Us too. I don't ever want y'all to feel ashamed that you've been eating all the wrong shit. We all been eating all the wrong shit all these years. Don't worry about yesterday. Worry about today and tomorrow. Okay? Don't feel bad about eating all the wrong shit, okay? But remember, healthy is subjective. I came on here because I thought I was going to learn something, but I wasn't negative. I was being real. But when someone is being real, that is perceived as negative. So no matter what I say, ma'am, you're going to see me as negative. So I don't have to sit here and tap dance for you, because I'm not going to do it. You could just shut up and listen and learn. But you're not going to do that. So what you're not going to find me doing is putting on some damn black tap shoes and tap dancing around for Miss Rachel. I know you probably ain't used to getting talked to this way. Get used to it. Well, I'm offended. You want to call the manager? You want to call the manager? Because I entertain everybody. I'm going to entertain you in a minute. That's what I do. I entertain. This is edutainment. If you new here, you should just come in and shut up. Whenever I'm new to a place, I just come in, check out the scene, read the room, feel the vibe, roll with the energy. But y'all don't do that. So now you got to be taught. Because apparently nobody taught you this before. Welcome. I am the manager. Nobody wants to be taught. Everybody thinks they know everything. And then people pick and choose who they want to learn from. There is nothing stopping you from going on the interweb and pulling up the research on chicken. It's not very deep and it's not hidden. It's there. You just don't seek it out. Okay? You say move on to the next comment. Baby, nothing disturbs my peace. Do y'all really think that people on the internet disturb my peace? That's the difference between me and you. I've been doing this for years. I have perfected this precise level of I don't give a fuck. This ain't Botox. This is I don't give a fuck. Too quick for you. I'm too quick. I'm too quick. You're not ready. Y'all should practice before you come here. This is next level. This is next level lives. Okay? Some of y'all ain't ready for this now. Yes, that is the topic, Mr. Allen. How are you today, sir? But we always spend our first 20 minutes on cleaning the room out. The dogs just had their baths, and this is what they go through to get themselves as dirty as possible, as quickly as possible. Hey, Grandma, how you doing? As soon as they get out the bath, they run around, they slobber all over each other with this fake gladiator dog fight. Then they run back and forth and do zoomies. Then they tire themselves out and go to sleep. This is the routine. Hey, the Dash of Lemonade TV. How you doing? You're a librarian with type 2 diabetes? Oh my goodness. Hey, Henny Man. Okay, so listen. While you're here, tap the screen so that we can build up the live. It's Wednesday. Wednesday is always a high vibe day. Wednesdays always excite me. Okay? So leave your feelings at the door. But I understand people's feelings are very much attached to food. So I'm going to just tell you this. Try to laugh. Breathe through it. Sometimes you might have to rub your earlobes and woo-saw, because some of this information, you thought it was Thursday? Wait, is it Thursday? Is it Thursday? No, girls, Wednesday. I was right. Is it okay to eat dried fruit? I don't advise you to ever eat dried fruit. You know why? Because dried fruit is preserved in usually safflower oil. I found that out the hard way after I bought a brand new bag of Ocean Spray cranberries. And I just happened to turn them over, and they had safflower oil on them. So I get frozen fruit. Like the cranberries, I get frozen cranberries. So be careful. Even raisins, like if I use raisins in something, because I benefit from grapes, and raisins are just dried grapes, I still will soak them in hot water. I'll put them in one of my jars with the cap, put steaming hot water in there, and shake it up so it takes all of the wax and stuff off of the raisins. Okay, you could do that. If you've already purchased the dried fruits, you can do that. But most dried fruits are preserved in oils that are not beneficial to you. Follow and grow your account. I'm at 85,000. How many do you have? Let me see. Oh, you should work on your account, sir. You should work on your account. So, how many of you have started the challenge where you're eating for your blood type for 7 days, only the beneficial foods? How many of you have started? Miss Linda started. She feels great on her first day. They say, hi, Jordy. Sup? Jordan's getting ready to go to Vegas. So it's me and the boys again. Have I tried mushroom coffee? I sold mushroom coffee for 3 years. Jordan said, y'all are obsessed with this mushroom coffee. Listen, y'all are literally, you live in Vegas? Yeah, he's going out there for his work trip. Listen, so you've already started. How are you feeling since you've started on the, you done lost 4 pounds already? How long have you been doing it, Miss Callie? You start tomorrow. You just started today and only beneficial, and you feel great. Yay! Yvette was eating neutral foods as well, so she checked in with me, and I was like, So today was only beneficial foods, and you feel better today? Mr. Allen, please click on my name, and the little white thing is going to pop up with my picture, and hit my face. It'll take you to my page so you can get your list. And then tomorrow you can go, get you, do you know what your blood type is, Mr. Allen? You just ordered your A list. You can't wait to start. I can't wait to hear y'all results. Didn't see your show with the information. What show with the information, ma'am? You don't know your blood type. So if you don't know your blood type and you want to take a home test, go get the Eldon blood typing test. It costs you $10 on Amazon. No anxiety today. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, get the Eldon blood typing test. You done lost 10 pounds in the last 7 days. Total of 13 pounds since you started eating for your blood type. I promise you, I feel so much. I told y'all gonna lose 5 to 10 pounds in 7 days. Why would I lie to y'all? It ain't like I'm trying to sell you no detox tea or nothing. While I drink my tea. This is my green tea, licorice roots, and berry. My own blood type blend, I should say. Okay. You're feeling better? I'm glad, Miss Lily. And listen, for all of you that are new, those people that have had those very quick results in just the last 7 days came here with your same mindset. Okay? They came here with your same mindset. They didn't believe the shit I was saying. They were like, nuh-uh, not my chicken. No way. Where's the research? All of the things that our bodies and our minds, when they go into defense mode, okay? Because that's what's going to happen when you hear this information. It's going to be unfreaking believable, isn't it, Miss Linda? Okay? But here's the thing, though. You know that you feel bad. Your child has decided he wasn't going to and did. Yeah, I remember your son was giving you the blues. I always get like, I either use Stash green tea or Bigelow. I like those because they're very mild. But listen, you know you don't feel good, right? You know that you're on prescription drugs. You know you have an ailment. You know you have anxiety. You know you have high blood pressure. You know you have all this stuff. I got a box, a multi-box. I think it's 6 boxes from Restaurant Depot for $6 of Stash tea. Where you going? Getting your pho? Can you give me those egg rolls? Those spring rolls? So, swear to freaking God, dude. Yes, he's been cussing DoorDash out all freaking day. The only woo-saw I gotta do is to keep from punching the shit out of him. That's the only woo-saw I gotta do. I don't have to woo-saw with y'all. I gotta woo-saw with this one. Okay. Started last week. You've already lost 6 pounds. Blood type B. Told you. Found 2 puppies on their porch. Listen, no chicken, no chicken. I swear, Phil. Y'all can't have no coffee. The tea that I drink is for my blood type. Miss Brenda, what is your blood type? First of all, everyone benefits from green tea. You took Sharp this morning, but needs more Chill and Doze. I'm gonna send you some Chill and Doze. Okay. Send me your address for that spectacular transformation. You're what tea is good for you? Green tea. Green tea is beneficial to everyone. Green tea is loaded with antioxidants. It is amazing. Whenever y'all hear that you can't have coffee, I think you hear that you can't have caffeine. Okay? If it makes your head hurt, don't drink it. Okay? And are you putting something in your green tea, ma'am? What you putting in your green tea? You just drinking it by itself? Are you just drinking it plain, or are you drinking it with something? It could be the brand, too. Why do y'all feel like y'all need to put something in your green tea? There is nothing in my tea. Nothing. Not no honey, not no nothing. It's just water. Okay? Just, if it hurts your head, did you look at your, do you have, first of all, do y'all have y'all foods list? Okay? Your foods list will tell you exactly what herbal teas are for you. Okay? That's all you need to do. Every category of food is in there. Whole Foods is in there. I saw it. I got you, Sylvia. So the list of teas that benefit you are there. Because think about it. Before 1903, we were healing our bodies, good evening, with food, herbs, spices, teas, and plants. Okay? Just click to get to my page. It's on the link on my page. To get to my page, just hit my name at the top of the screen. Then when the little white thing pops up, hit my face. It'll take you to my page. Then click the link in my bio. Okay? You will not regret it. And I know that you have reservations, but here's let me tell you what my mindset has always been. Because I was diagnosed with sarcoidosis back in 2006. Okay? Sarcoidosis and asthma. Now mind you, I was 38 years old at the time. I had never had any illnesses before then. I was healthy, and then I wasn't healthy. Okay? So I had moved into a new condo and was fine. Within 2 weeks of that, I had an upper respiratory infection. That was in July. By September, I could not walk up a flight of stairs. So I called my doctor. I made a doctor's appointment. I didn't even have a doctor. Made a doctor's appointment to go in and see what was going on with my lungs. Okay? For the sinus infection, for the upper respiratory infection, that's what they diagnosed me as having. Went back because it kept progressively getting worse. By September, they tell me I have asthma. I didn't even know you could develop asthma. I thought asthma was something that you were born with. Okay? That's how uneducated I was. Hey, Medea. Okay? Oh, fantastic. That's how you do it. It's your Shaniqua. So, they start trying to put me on stuff. It is time you so-called advisors tell people to go exercise. We do, Patrick. Who are so-called advisors? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Why don't you go to one of those lives from the ladies pushing drugs? Where are your pictures at, Patrick? Let me go see. Let me see Patrick and see how his workouts are working out for him. Oh, Patrick only has 4 followers. Okay. Patrick also doesn't have a picture. Patrick is also gone. Okay. So anyway, literally people make accounts that have gotten blocked here. They make accounts to come here and say things. So that just shows you how obsessed they are with me. Why are you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know. Got diagnosed with asthma. Nothing got better. They put me on these drugs. Nothing got better. Progressively getting worse and worse and worse. Now they're passing me around. Remember I told you you're a pass around for these doctors, right? So now they start passing me around. We need you to go see this person. We need you to go over here and take these tests. We need you to go do this, that, and the other. But again, they were very fascinated with my family history. Because when you go into a doctor's office, to a new doctor, okay, they want to know everything about your family history so they know what they can sell you on. Okay? I went in on something that was completely unrelated to anything that has happened in my family history. Because my sarcoidosis came from black mold. So there was no history of sarcoidosis in my family. So they had nothing to go on. So when I told them on the papers that you always fill out and tell them everything, right? My mom died from an aneurysm. My brother died from an aneurysm. My mother was 41. My brother was 28. Okay? They both had arterial venous malformation. That's what they zeroed in on. I'm going in, can't breathe. Lungs sounding crazy when I'm breathing. And they had no type of interest in helping me with this breathing. All they were fascinated on was brain surgery. Because if her mom had it and her brother had it, I bet you she has it too. So they're passing me around to all of these different places. I fix my lungs. I'm getting to it. Let me land. Okay? So they're passing me around to all these places. Go over here and take these tests. Go drink this iodine. Go take this contrast and all this other shit. Still can't breathe. So then they come back and they say, oh my gosh, look at this. I mean, he literally slaps my x-rays up on this machine showing me my brain. You see this? This is the main artery in your brain. It's like the 45. It's like the 495, which is the highway that goes around DC. Well, you see this little It's like an off-ramp here that goes into a dead-end street. Yes, that's not supposed to be there. Okay. Okay. Well, I never thought that I would see this in my career. This is 1 in a million. Bop, bop, whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey, Marlene. My professor at the University of Baltimore would love to meet you. Meet me for what? Well, because we need to start discussing how we're going to remove it and this, that. Whoa, 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 whoa. What you talking about? I said, sir, what is that little vein, that little artery doing? What do you mean? I said, is there any blood flowing through it? Because as you said, it's a dead end street. If there's no blood flowing through it, there's nothing to get blocked. There's no aneurysm to be found or to be had because there's no blood flowing through that vein, that artery. Correct. Then leave it where it is. I didn't even come in here for that. So when I turned them down on shaving my head, cutting my skull open, to go in, shut up, Linka! I know, Fats. Linka is going to lose his shit when Jordan leaves here again tomorrow. Hi, sunshine. Fats is not the problem. Old ass Linka is the problem. Jordan can take his dog with him. Take him with you. I'm going to be that for real, Grandma. Come get your kid. Your kid is going to be sitting outside on the stoop. Like I was saying, after I turned them down for brain surgery and all these things they wanted to do, that's when they started focusing on how can we sell this lady a surgery. I'm telling you, I'm going to be that grandma on the phone. Come get your kid. The minute he gets smart and you don't want me to slap the taste out of his mouth, come get his shit. Come get him and his little bag and take him the fuck home. That's what I did with my sister when she didn't want me to beat my niece's ass. Hey, Elaine. Well, I haven't even beat her yet. I said, that's her problem. But you get in your car and drive from D.C. to Ohio and come pick her ass up. She'll be sitting on the porch. She'll be waiting for you on the porch. Don't send your kid over here if you don't want me to beat your kid. We beat kids here. That's a sign that should be on my, that's going to be on my door. We beat kids here. I remember one of my friends wanted Jordy to babysit her kid while we went out. Jordy beat her kid's ass. And she thought it was inappropriate. Jordan thought it was inappropriate that he was bouncing on our couch, our brand new couch, with his shoes on. So I think Jordan's inappropriate trumps your inappropriate. And I had to tell her, I said, we beat kids here. Don't leave your kids around me. Because if you don't discipline your kid, I'll discipline your kid. Otherwise, take them with you. Am I wrong? True play for real. Don't leave your kids around me. I think that's unfair. If you don't teach your kids how to behave in somebody else's house, then that person has every right to teach your kid how to behave in their house. You can get your feelings about that. You may want, I'm put your ass on the porch. Lincoln, come here. Come here. Come here. Linka. Move. Come here. Come here. What's going on with you? Hey. You sit your old ass down. Come here, Fats. Fats gonna come over here. It's okay, Mom. He's all right. Don't. I call Linka. Fats gonna run over here first. Beating isn't necessary at all. It is. I already told him to shut up. You just finished the 5-day challenge. How you feeling? Oh, wait, the Bronx. Are you one of those gentle parents? You a gentle parent? Y'all gentle parents. My sister was a gentle parent. And my niece was whipping her ass when she turned 13. I told her she would be. She was gently parenting her ass. At 5 years old, I said, by the time she's 13, she's going to be whipping your ass. Sure enough, like clockwork, she was whipping my sister's ass for fun. Practice. And I was just sitting there watching like, that's terrible. Can't be gentle with these kids. Gentle? First of all, y'all feeding them foods is hyping them up. Y'all feeding them foods. So you feeding them foods that's giving them anxiety and depression and making them angry and aggressive, and then you want to be gentle with them. You asking your kids not to snuff you out in your sleep. I think Jordan has a little bit. Jordan had, before we lived together again as adults, had this resentment of the fact that I wouldn't listen to his feelings growing up and all this. That. First of all, what I said to him was, do you realize how much he fucking talked? That's first and foremost. Your ass talked all day, dude. Somebody got to go to work. Somebody got to make the dinner. Somebody got to get your ass ready for school, help you with your homework. I do not have the time to be sitting around. Luke building a bomb with no directions. Okay? We don't have time to be sitting around listening to your feelings. Oh, you know what the new line is today? When kids say to their parents all the time now, I did not ask to be here. Shit, I didn't ask to be here either. The fuck? What person, what human asked permission to be here? I hear that shit a lot. Well, I didn't ask to be here. Who the fuck asked to be here? And y'all be putting up with this foolishness. I saw that shit on a show last night. I was watching this girl cussing her mama out. Well, I didn't ask to be here. People can eat chicken, you keep saying. The girl said somebody just wrote in and said, let me go see this comment somebody just left. She's apparently very upset about chicken eating. This white lady. Andre Kelly. I looked up in the book, Oh, Positive People Can Have Chicken. You keep saying you can't have chicken and you won't answer me. I watch all your... Answer you for... What are you at? Watch this. Come on the live right now. So let me get this straight. Let's get into the food, shall we? Yes, that's exactly what I was watching. I couldn't remember the name of it. Special Ops Lioness. That's exactly what I was watching. Chicken is neutral for blood type O's and blood type A. How many times can I say you should not be eating neutral foods? Go ahead and eat the chicken, ma'am. That's why you're so upset. You're upset already because you're eating chicken. So come on the live right now. When haven't I answered her? When people say, can we eat whatever? What's my answer? You can eat whatever you like. Right? All I do is tell y'all what the foods do to your body. If after I tell you all the shit chicken is responsible for and what it is actually doing in all of our bodies, you decide that you're going to go out and get a box of Popeye's chicken, that is completely on you. That is somebody with the mentality of, I'm a stick beside him. I'm a stick beside him. I don't care what he do, that's mine. It can give me PCOS, it can give me fibroids, it can make me infertile, it can do all these things. It can make my PP stop working, it can make me have man boobs, it can make my hips childbearing, it can raise my blood pressure, it can also create blood clots and give me lupus and MS, and even make me have a stroke, but I'm a stick beside him. Let's not even mention the diabetes and the weight gain, but I'm a stick beside him. This lady acting as if I'm a fucking guru, and I'm checking on y'all, and this is the fucking cult, and y'all drinking the Kool-Aid. I cannot say how many times I done said, what y'all eat don't make me shit, and vice versa. Okay? Where's she at? I want her to come on this live. I want you to bring your funky ass on over here. Bring your chicken eating ass, your chicken eating ass on the live. Damn, we said it at the same time. You gotta put on your oxygen mask before you put on somebody else's. I'm B positive, going for your third procedure with severe Crohn's. May I just ask, PD Blackhorn, how much chicken in a week do you eat? I'm pescatarian and stop eating fish. Hard for me though. Any tips on why would you? What's your blood type, ma'am? Y'all, listen, we talk about blood type eating. So when y'all ask me questions, y'all need to tell me what your blood type is. Okay? What can I eat? You tell me what I can't and can. That's going to help me with blood. I don't know you. You're an O. Why are you a pescatarian? You know what is the best protein for you? A steak. Why did you stop eating the fish, ma'am? And what fish were you eating? I'm just curious. I feel like just answering a bunch of questions today. You're AB, okay. Hi. Why you stop eating the fish, ma'am? Now I'm just curious. Why you stop eating the fish? You blood type O, you pescatarian, and then decided to stop eating the fish. And then you asking me what's a good protein for you. Guys, can y'all advise her what's a great protein for her as a blood type O? That is correct. They ain't gonna drive me crazy. They ain't gonna drive me. I don't let people drive me crazy. You know what I do? Bloop. Good night. We'll just start again tomorrow. People ain't gonna drive me crazy. Because the thing about it is, that's y'all's problem. I'm already eating for my blood type. What y'all do is not gonna impact me at all. What's up with the neutral list? You're not supposed to eat the NutraFoods if you want your health to improve. Neutral does not move your health forward. It's going to keep... You know what I will liken neutral to? Your prescription drugs. You're welcome. Hi, LaShare. I would liken neutral foods to your prescription drugs. You want to know how I would make those are the same to me? Because prescription drugs do not improve your health. They keep your health exactly where it is or makes it worse. So let's say you're an O and you continue to eat chicken. What you think's gonna happen? I have cried over bacon and cheese. That's pathetic. That's what neutral is. Neutral is like taking prescription drugs, expecting to get better. Can O's absorb turmeric with black pepper? Nobody should be eating black pepper. That's what the neutral foods is like. That's literally what it says in the book. It says in the book, but y'all only pay attention to what y'all want to pay attention to in the book, or you don't read the book at all. Dr. Peter D'Adamo says in the book that beneficial foods are medicinal to your body. You're on 9 different prescription drugs. You look too young for that. Just for what? Okay? It says it in the book. Since you suggested not eating chicken, my health has improved very much. Exactly. That's all I'm trying to do is help y'all. But y'all so sensitive. Y'all act as if somebody said your kids was ugly and your husband is cheating on you. All I said was chicken is giving y'all the shit that y'all got. Well, you said my kid was ugly. If I think your kid is ugly, I would never say it. I would say, oh, look at his outfit. Look at that little haircut. That's how you know. You just find something cute on him. Oh. No, I didn't say the outfit was cute. I said, oh, look at his outfit. I didn't say his outfit was cute. You got you're diabetic, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, anxiety. May I just ask, how old are you? I didn't say his outfit was cute. I said, oh, look at him. Then the parents be like, I know, right? I know you know. I always said I was not taking Jordan nowhere with me if he was ugly. Does that mean he lucked out because he was cute? He was going to be left at the house. We wasn't going nowhere. Why should we not be eating chicken? You ain't going to be out here in the streets clowning me. You see Tracy's baby? Y'all, listen, I found a picture of us today. Y'all want to see a picture? I'll tell you why you shouldn't be eating chicken. Y'all, as soon as somebody say y'all should not be eating chicken, y'all ears perk up. And y'all immediately go into fight mode. I found some other pictures of, look what Jordan looked like before he, look at Jordan look like. This is at his heaviest at 267. Yeah. Look how bad his skin was when he was eating that chicken every day. For those of you that don't believe the chicken's fucking y'all up, let me just show you an example. Let me just show you an example. He had to get a waiver in the Air Force to not shave because he had so much acne on his skin. Hold on, I found this picture. This is one of the most recent pics. This is not the most recent. His hair is like much longer than that now. But look at his skin now. His skin is as clear as mine now. And lost 80 pounds. Look how skinny he was. Now, this is... I just happened to snap that. It was about a month or so ago. No, it's a couple of months, actually. This was March. This is March. I also found a picture of him looking super old. Let me see if I saved it. He just looked so old. Here we go. Look at his eyes. Just look tired. He's lost the 80 pounds. We both have been doing this for 14 months. He lost 60 pounds in the first 6 months. He was just consistently losing 10 pounds a month. And all he did was eliminate the foods he was not supposed to eat. Chicken, wheat, tomatoes, lentils, something else. Peanuts and stuff, because y'all can't have a bunch of nuts. He was sitting around eating sunflower seeds and shit, like corn. It was corn. Started eating lamb and making his little lamb and venison chili. That's all he ate. You're 58. We got to get you healed up, ma'am. Okay? We got to get you healed up. But the weight just fell off. His skin completely changed. All of those hormones making his skin bad. He didn't have it. What y'all don't understand about chicken is chicken has 100 times the estrogen that a human body has. All humans have estrogen. Okay? But chicken has 100 times the amount of estrogen that the human body has. He's blood type B. Blood type B can benefits from red meat, not beef. Beef is on their neutral list. Blood type O benefits from all red meats. Blood type B benefits from all red meats except beef. Ooh, you made ground lamb stuffed peppers last night. Because y'all can have peppers. Blood type B can have peppers. Okay? That sounds really good. I can't have it though. Okay? I'm not here to upset you. But a crackhead would be upset if somebody told them to stop smoking crack. This is what I'm going to be for you. I will be the sun in your sky. Wouldn't you be upset if you were a crackhead and somebody said, you know, you should probably stop smoking crack? You thought you could have steak. Where did you think that, ma'am? Do you not have your list? You know what the list does for you? It stops you from having to think. Having the list will stop you from having to think. Where is the list? I literally opened up my list today. And I am a year ahead of y'all. Glad you tell me what's good for me, especially if it's helping me stay healthy. Exactly. Listen, let's get into the food. Where the blood type O's at? Right on. I would be your ocean. Yeah. Straight. Here are the rules. Here are the rules of the room. Tap the screen while you're here. It never came a long time ago. Wait, what? Ma'am, you come on here all the time. Why wouldn't you tell me that you couldn't find your list? It's in your spam. That's number one. Just search for CE Organics in your spam right now and get your foods list. You just going by bits and pieces out here messing it up. Well, I thought we could have steaks. Then you message me, Miss Maud. I want you to have the right information, ma'am. I don't want you out here trying to guess. Thank you. Yours came in your promotions folder. I called Kaiser and asked for your blood type. They didn't know. Of course they don't. I know it's hard to believe the things that I say. I know it, because I'm just a strange black lady on the internet. Who listens to us anyway? Who listens to us anyway? You don't listen to us till it's too late. And then you say, you know what? That black lady tried to tell me. You are weird. That black lady tried to save my life, but I didn't want to listen. Black dudes will be saying that too. That black lady tried to save my life, but I didn't want to listen. I know. The science of the microbiome is a hot topic in health circles. You know what your microbiome is? Do you know what your microbiome is? There's no difference when it comes to food between positive and negative blood types, okay? Do you know what your microbiome is? That is your gut. Your microbiome is the environment, okay, of your gut, the bacteria and all of the things that make up your gut, okay? If you need the list, please just click my name, and then when the little white thing pops up, hit my face, it'll take you to my page, okay? So we didn't know anything about this microbiome until a few years ago. We didn't know the importance of it because nobody ever stressed to us the importance of gut health until COVID. That's when I started noticing these different companies starting to advertise things. I saw a commercial today, the second time I've seen a commercial where they're talking about medicinal mushrooms. They didn't call them medicinal mushrooms, they called them functional mushrooms. And I said 5 years ago, these pharmaceutical companies and these corporations are going to start pushing medicinal mushrooms. Now remember, they're always going to find another name to call it. Just like with this diet and this way of life or this lifestyle or whatever you want to call this, okay? They're always going to find a different way to market this information to you. They're going to call it anti-inflammatory. They're going to call it the elimination diet. They're going to call it food allergy diet, but they're never going to say eat by blood type, because they have tried so much to discredit this man's information. And with all of those diets that they try to push on you, generally they don't push them on you until they have come up with some products to sell you. They didn't tell you about how bad wheat was and how bad gluten was for you until they had already come up and was ready to sell you gluten-free snacks. They didn't come out with keto and say keto is a great way to eat and a great way for you to lose weight and for you to do whatever until they had keto snacks ready to sell you. With Atkins, they didn't come out and say Atkins is a great way to live until they had some snacks or something to sell you. Can you see how this goes? But eating for your blood type, there's nothing to sell you. That's why this wasn't popular with corporations. They're literally getting you to stop eating processed foods, stop eating processed snacks, stop eating preservatives, stop eating all of this stuff that these people want to make money off you with. This is why this was never pushed, because there's nothing for them to make money off of. Be with me, oh baby, baby. There's nothing for them to make money off of. This will not get you sick. This is not going to raise your cholesterol so they can sell you some drugs. This is not going to any way, shape, or form benefit the powers that be. Because with you being healthy, there's nothing for them to make money off of. I have a marketing degree. You always want to know, well, what are your credentials? I know marketing. Okay? Doctors are not taught nutrition in medical schools. You know what they're taught in medical schools? Marketing. You know why? Because doctors market and promote drugs to you. And if you are healthy, you are not going to the doctor for them to market drugs to you. Exactly. Thank you, sir. He chose me also because I have very thick skin. And I'm not going to back down off this message. Okay? I'm not going to back down off this message. A blood types. I had a smoothie today. Bomb, soy milk, berries, and peas. That sounds amazing. That sounds delicious. Okay? So the science of the microbiome is a hot topic in health circles. Now, mind you, this book came out 30 years ago. They were talking about gut microbiome 30 years ago. Okay? But why are we just now hearing about gut microbiome in the last 4 years? But clearly, not every individual has the same ecosystem. Everyone's gut microbiome is determined, first of all, by your blood type. Okay? Secondly, the exposure that your gut has had. What foods were you eating? They could sell probiotics. They've just started pushing them over the last few years. They could have been selling us probiotics. They could have been selling us. I'm on page 39. Okay? They could have been selling us probiotics, but they didn't do it. But if they would have sold us probiotics, that would have kept us healthy. Doctors don't sell health. Doctors do not sell cures. Okay? So, that's where blood type comes into the picture. Not everyone has the same ecosystem. Your ecosystem is based off your blood type, but the exposures that you've had and the different foods that you've had and how long you've been eating those foods and all this environmental stuff all plays a big role in your gut microbiome. Thank you, sir. So this is where blood type comes in. Okay, your blood type antigens are very prominent in your digestive tract. This is why people are not connecting these dots. Okay, your antigens, whether that antigen is an A, a B, an AB, or the lack of antigens, which is an O. What is it, Fats? Okay, what happened? What happened there? Okay. Because of this, many of the bacteria in your digestive tract usually uses your blood type molecule as a preferred food supply. Talk about eating right for your blood type. In fact, the blood type's influence is important among intestinal bacteria. You'd be carrying a whole conversation. Almost half of which show some blood type A, B, or O specificity. Simply put, people of different blood types have different gut bacteria. It's just that simple. And the bacteria that you have in your gut determines your body's immune response to the foods you eat. That's it. That's how this whole thing works. It really is just that simple. And I think sometimes simplicity scares people. I think simplicity scares people. But the question that I have to ask you is this. What do you think? If somebody is going to tell you what you are allergic to, when you go and get a food allergy test, because people do it all the time, they go get a food allergy test. What are they testing? What are they testing? They're testing your blood. They're testing your blood against the lectins in the food. So if they're testing your blood to show you what foods you're allergic to, and each food has a different immune response in your body. Wheat triggers inflammation. That's the immune response. Okay? Corn. Corn messes with your insulin. That's the immune response. Dairy for blood type O's and A's. Flatulence. Diarrhea. Okay? Acne. Because those things are estrogen heavy as well. That'll mess up your skin. That's the immune response. A good teacher. Okay? So it really is just this simple. Did you get your foods list, Shan, to put it on your phone? So certain bacteria are 50,000 times more likely to turn up in people with one blood type than another. So if I'm a blood type AB, okay, and somebody else is a blood type O, a certain bacteria will be in that O that won't be in this AB body. 50,000 times more likely to turn up in that person more than it is me, and vice versa. Okay? This originated from your ancestors whose digestive tracts developed to accommodate one type of diet over another. So as in O, you ate meat. You hunted meat. You killed meat. You skinned meat. You cooked meat. You ate meat. Because meat was abundant. That's how you nourished yourself. And so your body evolved over thousands of years to compensate for you digesting meat. What did that mean? More stomach acid. More stomach acid, able to break down animal protein, saturated fat, and cholesterol, because that's what animal protein has. The animal didn't change, your body changed to accommodate what you eat every day. So our bodies adapted to what we're eating. But that takes thousands of years. So here we are today, still with the same genetics those ancestors had. Because as an O, where you hail from, your genetic ancestors hailed from what is modern day Africa. I don't know what it was called 20,000 years ago, and you don't either. So I don't want to get into no debate with no hoteps about what Africa was called 20,000 years ago. Okay? But what it was the cradle of civilization. Okay? Before people migrated, not the hoteps, but before people migrated to other parts of the world, they were all right there. The motherland. Why is it called the motherland? Because it gave birth to the first humans. Okay? So then people started moving around. Let's see what else is out there. Okay? So the next group of people to evolve and to settle in a different place that didn't have all of these animals. Okay? Those people were the A's. The A's hail from what is known as modern day Asia. Different animals, different flora, different fauna. Did y'all know that chicken came from the jungles of Japan? Chicken is a jungle fowl. Did y'all know that? The original chicken came from the jungle. Can you imagine? Of Japan. Where do I come from? My mother's kuka. Came right out of my mama's chocha. That's where I came from. Where'd you come from? Where you come from? Stop asking me silly questions. Okay. I've been to Ethiopia. Came right from my mama's hoo-ha, where just about everybody came from their mama's hoo-ha, right? So listen, blood type A's came from, I'm landing, came from what is known as modern day Asia. So because you have this flora and this fauna, and blood type A is known as an agrarian people. They are the ones that cultivated farming. So you're also known as the cultivator. Okay, so O is known as hunter-gatherer, the hunter. A is the cultivator. They invented farming culture. So where were they getting their protein from? Plant sources, not plant-based. Plant-based is a marketing term. Okay? That is a marketing term to elicit a certain response from you. People have, immediately when you hear plant, you think healthy. That's why that they made that stuff called plant-based. Because you feel like that's a healthier way to eat. I'm eating plants. not realizing that plants are extremely dangerous. Okay? What y'all think a Venus flytrap is? You think of Venus flytrap as... See ya. Venus flytrap is just... Okay? So, blood type B. Y'all ventured out, okay, settled in what is known as modern day Himalayan highlands. That is India and Pakistan. I was never in a jungle. I come from the city. Sir, we don't have time for your nonsense, okay? We don't have time for your nonsense. So, blood type B, you settled in the Himalayan highlands. What's in the mountains? What foods were in the mountains? Goat, sheep, rabbit, deer, elk. That's why blood type B, that's why you can eat those things. Because your ancestors, your gut is set up for that. You didn't know that wheat causes inflammation? It absolutely does. Okay? So, blood type AB, we are all jacked up. We are known as the Enigma, and that is real. Okay? Because we don't have one place that we came from. Hi. Thank you. We don't have one place that we came from. A lot of our blood can be found in Slavic nations and Celtic nations and people that were out here raping and reaving and rape. It's wild. Then they say a lot of gypsies, a line of the lineage of gypsies is blood type AB, and blood type AB is only 300 years old. So we are the baby of the blood types. The rest of y'all are thousands of years old. Okay? So, we just in the hundreds. But because of how those people were eating, this explains why your genetics has a favoritism list. I joined so certain people can eat dairy, sugar, meats, and some cannot. Yes. But sugar's not on anybody's list. Sugar is not on anybody's list. Okay? So, blood type O's. Nobody should be sitting around eating a bunch of sugar. Sugar's not going to kill you, but you should not just be sitting around just eating sugar. Because that sounds wild, doesn't it? Not even honey. Honey is not on any... Have y'all noticed that honey is not on anybody's beneficial list? Do y'all understand how many different strains of honey there are? Y'all don't even understand that. There's local strains of honey. They tell you that you should eat honey based on where you live. Oh, I did some research today for you egg eaters. You know how obsessed y'all are with eggs, right? And I keep saying that eating egg whites is not a problem. And some lady came up the other day and was like, well, egg whites have protein. So, the bulk of the nutrition in eggs are in yolk. You're not, even on duck eggs, you're not supposed to be eating no duck eggs either. Duck is not beneficial, and as a matter of fact, it's harmful to several people. Duck is not on nobody's beneficial list. Okay? Egg whites, as far as estrogen, okay? Egg whites have such a minute amount of estrogen, nobody even considers it. And it's not even estrogen, it's phytoestrogen. So phytoestrogen, estrogen, is an estrogen, it mimics what estrogen can do in your body. There's a lot of things that cause your body to think that a hormone is being produced in your body. That's what a phytoestrogen does. There are water bottles and all kinds of things that are phytoestrogens, or will elicit an estrogen response in your body. Egg whites are harmless. That's why I said if you're so obsessed with eggs, you can have some egg whites. Because the bulk of the calories and fat and estrogen and nutrition and protein and all those things is in the yolk of the eggs. Go look it up. I have egg whites and regular eggs in my refrigerator. Okay? So blood type O. It's going to be all right. Okay? You're going to survive and you're going to feel better than ever. Blood type O. Here are the predisposed ailments that you have. Okay? Wheat is grain. Okay. So, we're only going to talk about what are you predisposed to based on your blood type, what foods are triggering those things, and what foods will help turn those ailments around. So as a blood type O, you're predisposed to insulin resistance, intestinal dysbiosis, thyroid hormone imbalance, and inflammation. Okay? Also, I will add anemia, because a lot of you are avoiding eating what you're supposed to be eating, and you end up with anemia. How many of you have anemia? I had anemia before I started eating for my blood type. Okay? So tap the screen, put some hearts and things in the comments. Okay? So, as a blood type O, your genetic inheritance offers you the opportunity to be strong, lean, productive, long-lived, and tenacious. But when your wiring gets crossed by eating the wrong things, not exercising, stress levels being elevated, and, behaviors that you're not supposed to have, like drinking and all those other things, then you become susceptible to these things. Okay? So, what foods are triggering these ailments in your body? What do you recommend for premenstrual type O's? Eat for your blood type. Okay? I'm an O and you're always cold. It may have something to do with your thyroid. Okay? Because y'all have thyroid stuff. Ma'am, Miss Tranquility, I'm going to need you to take a beat. Okay? Because it sounds like you're losing your shit over some wheat and some rice right now. And you've been here a few days, and I thought you got your list. You didn't get your list? This sounds like withdrawal you're going through right now. You going through withdrawal? Just keep. It's just food. Y'all are really, really out here losing y'all shit over some food, for real. Okay? What is triggering inflammation in your body? Inflammation is your body's immune response to the foods that you eat. Okay? It is an addiction. It really is. And that's why I try to just be very, very patient with people. And I have to let y'all know that y'all are losing your shit, so that you become aware that you're behaving in a way that's real crackish. Yeah, they have been eating this way for decades, but that doesn't mean you should eat this way for more decades. You will not be aware that you're acting real crackish unless somebody tells you that you're acting real crackish. Yeah, you need some. She said I need some chill pills. What? Come on and get it, ma'am. Just come get the chill. That's why I said this is the number one thing y'all should be doing when y'all doing this. Chill. This is gonna make this shit so much easier for you because you are not gonna be stressing the fuck out about this food no more. Go to the site and get y'all some damn chill pills. It does exactly what it sounds like. Okay? Some people can't trust the process. That's why they need to chill. Take y'all ass on over there and get it before it's sold out again. I'm gonna tell y'all what, I would not be able to do it. I would not. I'm being honest with you. I would not be able to do it. I was in here before we started eating for this, eating for our blood type, we were in here drinking every day, not realizing that the distilled liquor was making everything worse. Go look on the site, ma'am. It's all plants. You know what's in it? The same shit that's in Xanax without the drugs. Same shit that's in Zoloft without the chemicals. 65% of the prescription drugs that these doctors deal to y'all, are plants that they have put chemicals into to make them addictive. So St. John's wort, lemon balm, skull cap, all the good valerian root, all the good shit is in chill. Okay? That's what's in it. Y'all don't ask y'all doctor what's in nothing. But let somebody try to give y'all some plants and you like, what's in it? Them doctors be writing them scripts though. Running right to the CVS. Can't get to the CVS fast enough. You never been on no supplements before, ma'am? You've never taken a supplement before in your life? I know you ain't trying to be, but this happens all the time. You've never taken a supplement? Y'all can't get to the CVS fast enough. Y'all be Starsky and Hutching it over to the CVS. She said, I'm saving me first. I know that's right. This is why I can sit up here with y'all for hours, because I'm chilling. That's why this shit don't bother me. You feel better not chasing food. Exactly. Oh my God. Do you feel better? Okay. Jordy got his pho. Everything's right with the world. He was losing his shit over this damn pho. So listen. Your body's immune response to these foods is why you gain weight and cannot lose weight. Food is a drug. But you know why I think food is more dangerous than drugs are? Because there are so many different diseases that are triggered by food. And the thing about it is, these companies know this. These doctors know this. These doctors are not going to tell you to stop eating the food that's making them rich. I've been eating clean for 3 months and can't lose only... You can't lose more. Clean is subjective, though. Everybody knows, oh, I eat clean. I'm like, what's that mean? What exactly is eating clean? All of these things are just marketing, gaslighting terms. These are terms that gaslight you. What's clean? Clean is subjective. Somebody might think their house is clean and I might think their house is trash. Okay? Clean is subjective. Healthy is subjective. All of those words are subjective. They don't mean the same to two people. They don't mean the same thing to everyone. That's why when somebody says something to me, I always ask them, what does that mean? how do you define it? Because I want to understand what your understanding is. This is why there's so much miscommunication. Because you don't know what someone else's definition of a word is. But all the foods I wasn't supposed to eat. And that was clean, right? So that was someone else's definition of clean. No two people are going to have the same definition of clean. And all those things are all marketing terms. We've lived our entire life based on marketing. Hey, Miss Tony. We lived our entire... The reason that you think certain things are healthy is because of commercials. Hey. The reason you think... Why y'all think all the drug commercials look the same? Have y'all ever sat and watched... Oh, you's eating the hell out of avocados? Have you ever sat and watched drug commercials? How in the beginning of the commercial, everyone is sad. Then by the middle of the commercial, everyone's smiling and happy. Okay? That's done on purpose. These people know exactly what they're doing. You got the list now. I know that's right. These people know exactly what they're doing. Why certain colors are chosen. Why certain sounds are chosen. Why certain backgrounds are chosen. It's all psychology. Okay? What does red make you think of? What does yellow make you think of? What does blue make you think of? This is the same kind of stuff they do in politics. Why should you wear a blue suit and a red tie? Why you should wear a black suit, never wear a black suit. That's why they lost their shit when Obama wore a tan suit for Easter. Okay? All of this stuff is to elicit a response from us, the consumer. Our only value to the powers that be is us consuming what they sell us. It's all mind control. That's exactly right. So the only way for us to break ourselves free from the matrix, for those of you that don't understand the matrix, this is what this is. This is the fucking matrix. And the only way that you're going to be able to free yourself from the matrix is the truth. Well, thank you, sir. But some people don't want the red pill. They want to keep eating the chicken. So they would be considered Cypher. Cypher just wanted to eat his little steak and stay in the matrix. I got mind control over Debo. Some people just want to eat their little steak and stay in the matrix. Okay? But for those of you that really want the truth and to learn how to free yourself and to heal yourself, it's going to be a painful little beginning, but after that, you'll be fine. This is what detoxing looks like. This is what pulling... Remember when they pulled Neo out of the Matrix and they had to stick all those pins in him? And he said, "Why are my eyes sore?" And Morpheus said, "Because you've never used them before." Some of y'all need to go rewatch it. Okay? Your eyes are sore because you've never used them. Which means you have never seen. You've never recognized. Now you are awake. Okay? This is what this will do. And they want to keep us asleep. They want to keep us asleep. They want to keep us doped up. They want to keep us fat. They want to keep us unhealthy. Because we are much easier to control when we are those things. The way to say a big fuck you to the powers that be is to wake the fuck up. They literally have whole campaigns to stop woke. That's real shit. When you are running a campaign to stop people from becoming aware of what is really going on, whether that's our food, our air that we breathe, the water that we drink, everything, how all of this shit is a sham, they don't want that shit. Look at what's happening in Africa. The sleeping giant, the toothpaste, the deodorant, all of it. Look at what's happening in Africa right now. That's the sleeping giant they don't never want to wake up. They have been taking those people's resources for hundreds of years. And now Africa says no more. And then Niger, the video that I posted today will tell y'all exactly what this shit is about. One little quick thing. Niger has this leverage that will ruin Europe. Okay? Ruin them. Because they have a pipeline going from Nigeria. And this is why whenever somebody tells you that Nigeria is a poor country, do not believe them. I lived in Nigeria for 2 years. I've never seen that kind of wealth in my entire life. That's why they don't show you nothing about Nigeria. The wealth is mind-blowing. Not rich, wealth. The neighborhood that I lived in, all you saw were Bentleys, Rolls Royces. My driver had a BMW. My driver. Okay? So they're running a pipeline from Nigeria. Nigeria is an oil country. It's an oil country. Like the Middle East. They're running a pipeline from Nigeria all the way to Europe. This is where Europe is getting their oil. And Niger said, oh, y'all gonna keep fucking with us? That pipeline has to run through Niger. So no more pipeline for you. And Europe is losing their shit. Some of the wealthy people. Exactly. You've never seen. Nigeria has the largest population of private jets. Nigeria has the largest population of private jets. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Nigeria. They don't want you to know that though. They want you to think people living in huts. They are cutting it off. That's why Europe is losing their shit right now. That's why they want to go bomb everybody. That's why they want Nigeria and Niger to fight each other. They think people walking around naked. People are walking around Nigeria in Louboutins, okay? On dirt roads. So, what is eliciting inflammation in your body as a blood type O? Okay? Wheat, corn, cow's milk products, which is dairy foods. Kidney beans, lentils, bacon, navy beans, potatoes, tomatoes, corn oil, guar gum, carrageenan, and peanut oil. Who's a blood type O? The immune response that your body has when you eat these foods is to swell. You quit chicken 3 weeks ago, and now you 10 pounds down. I keep telling y'all, chicken is a weight gainer. Where that lady at? Where that lady at? Let's see if she wrote back. Y'all be so concerned with having company on your journey. Not realizing. Let's see if she came back over here to say something else about this chicken. Chicken is bad? So please don't tell me what to talk about. Y'all shit is jacked the fuck up. You're not even, your mind, body, and spirit are not on one Hold on. Accord. This shit is bigger than food. Y'all believe in the blood until it's about the blood. Lady T from the D, nobody is above. Y'all haven't made that connection Nobody yet. Is above Jesus, sweetheart. If that's who you worship, no one should be above that person. Okay? But as a human, your blood in your body is above everything else. That's what y'all need to realize. Y'all need to, first of all, stop being emotional. Okay? There is no human that is above the higher power that you choose to worship. That's first and foremost. But when it comes to your body, nothing in your body supersedes the blood. That is life. The blood in your body is life. It determines everything. That's what y'all refuse to accept. When these doctors tell you that you can live without your gallbladder and you can live without your thyroid, name one doctor that said you can live without your blood. I'll wait. Ma'am, if you're in a hurry, Miss Genesee, you can click on my link on my page and get the foods list. Do not eat any neutral foods and do not eat any harmful foods. Just eat beneficial and watch what happens to your body in 7 days. There's not one doctor that's going to sit up here and tell you that you can live without your blood. And when something goes wrong, first thing they got to do is pump some blood in you. First thing. So if your blood is so important to your body, I don't understand why it does not connect in your mind that it determines what you should put in your body. You bought your list on Tuesday? Did you start eating off your list? Your daughter, that lupus, she's in the hospital with MRSA. You just ordered her blood. You don't know her blood type though, Miss Tony? Did y'all know that lupus comes from chicken? You had 2 transfusions due to extreme anemia. You down 37.5 pounds. You better work. I don't understand why it doesn't connect. It's for your aunt. They have to give her a diagnosis, a diagnose of her blood to her. No, the doctor's not going to tell her what her blood type is. Do you know that? Okay. Whatever you eat causes a chemical reaction in your body. Okay? That chemical reaction is going to elicit an immune response. Either the immune response is going to be a good one or it's going to be a bad one. Okay? She's an O. Okay, she's an A. Yeah, get her the foods list. She has to stop eating meat. Does she eat meat? Blood type A cannot digest meat. They just can't digest it. That's what is at the root of their problems. So that means even if they eat meat, they're not getting any protein because it can't digest. I'm an AB negative and I stopped eating meat and dairy. That's unfortunate. Are you saying you're AB negative, ma'am? Are you saying that I am AB negative? Why did you stop eating meat and dairy? Okay? Inflammation is your body's immune response to certain foods. In O's, wheat, corn, dairy, kidney beans, lentils, bacon, navy bean, potatoes, tomatoes, corn oil, guar gum, carrageenan, and peanut oil. This is what is causing you to gain weight and keep you from losing weight. Okay? So stop eating those things and watch what happens. What is giving you bad bacteria in your gut? Bad bacteria in your gut. What analogy can I use that y'all will understand when I say bad bacteria in your gut? You know how would your car run if you never got an oil change? You know how you got to get an oil change every 3 months? And your oil goes from looking all fresh and golden to being completely black? You know how the oil looks when you get it changed and it's completely black? That's bad bacteria in your gut. Okay? The body has trillions of bacteria. That bacteria sends signals all throughout your body. Okay? Your gut communicates with your brain. Bacteria literally will tell your brain what to do. So when you have more bad bacteria than you have good bacteria, then it's the beginning of an immune response. Let me tell you what the symptoms of dysbiosis, that's bad bacteria in your gut. Okay? Dysbiosis: abdominal pain, allergic reactions, anxiety from bad bacteria. Exactly. Your stomach is your second brain. I would venture to say that your gut is more important than your brain at this point. Where do you think trust your gut comes from? Nobody trusts their gut anymore. Your gut is telling you everything you need to know. Your gut tells you every single thing you need to know, but no one listens to their gut anymore. Gut feeling. No one listens to their gut. It either communicates in gas, the bubble guts, all of that. Thank you. You teach the microbiome. That's what we started off talking about. Okay? Literally at war. Abdominal pain, allergic reactions, anxiety, bad breath, belching and bloating, stomach rumbling and flatulence. That's the bubble guts and gas. What's up, keto lady? Chest pain. You can get chest pains from bad bacteria. Constipation or diarrhea. Depression. What causes you to be depressed? Wheat. Wheat literally lowers your dopamine and your serotonin. There you go. Okay? Difficulty urinating, dizziness and or fatigue, gynecological problems, and yeast infections. I saw a commercial yesterday with a chick saying she had 8 yeast infections in a year, made her make some yeast infection treatment. And I was like, why don't you just change your gut health? Instead of figuring out what is triggering the immune response of yeast infections, which is bad bacteria in your gut, you would rather create a medication and still continue to eat the thing that's creating the infection. Yay! Somebody looks forward to the lives. I'm glad. Okay? Rather than getting to the root of the problem, let's just make a product that we can sell to people and never solve the problem. Do y'all realize that? You never solve the problem just taking a medication. Problem's still there. Your mom's put you on? Thanks, Mom. It is gaslighting. It is absolutely gaslighting. Hair loss. Having trouble concentrating, heart failure, increased sweating, irregular bowel movements, nail deformity, nausea, nervousness, rash, and other skin problems, strong fluctuations in appetite, thickened tongue, upset stomach, vaginal or rectal itching, and weakness. They have yet to tell you that a lot of this bad bacteria in your gut is responsible for a lot of these cancers. Is chicken any better than beef, chicken, beef, or pork? It depends on your blood type. Not everybody can eat everything. Y'all hear that chicken is bad and you're like, well, can I eat turkey? I don't know what your blood type is. Poor babies. When you are in the midst of a detox, is there anything to help with the symptoms? Or just let it time. Okay? What kind of detox are you talking about? Because when you start eating this way, your body automatically goes into detox mode in the first few days. It says that in the book. This is why y'all have this weight loss in the beginning, because detoxing, when you're detoxing from foods that are causing you to have an immune response, it automatically is going to burn fat that is stored in your muscles. What's the best meat for B negative? There's a whole list, Mr. Marcus. Just go get the list. Okay? Click my name, go to my page, click on the link, get the list. Only eat the beneficial foods and watch what happens. It's obvious that everyone has gone out and said there's this crazy black lady on the internet telling people not to eat chicken. Because they're literally coming in the room to confirm whether or not their blood type can eat chicken. This is how much of a chokehold chicken has on y'all. Like y'all losing y'all shit over some fucking chicken. Gonna swallow my pride, say I'm sorry. Stop pointing fingers, the blame is on me. I want a new life, and I want it with you. You'll be the saying, don't ever let it go. You gotta believe in the spirit of love. Y'all gonna have to back away from this chicken. My love's turning on. I'm down on my knees, begging you please. No. This nigga is begging. This song annoys me. That song annoys the shit out of me. Why are you begging like that? I guess that's R&B, right? He said, I'm down on my knees begging you, please. Can y'all imagine? Can y'all imagine if a dude did that? I don't play R. Kelly. Are you crazy? Mr. Larry, you come in here with the jokes, huh? You don't know me well. We don't support R. Kelly in our household, okay? I stopped supporting R. Kelly in 2004, 3. When that tape come out? You tell me. She probably bought it. Whatever year that tape came out was the year I was like, peace out, dog. You will not find him nowhere on none of my playlists. Okay? Y'all. One thing to know about me is I have the things that I feel very strongly about. And I do not apologize for those beliefs. I do not change because of somebody's opinion. There are things I will not do. I will not get gas from Shell gas station to this day because they supported apartheid. I don't give a shit if I gotta pass 10 Shells to get to a Chevron. And I do not support R. Kelly. Bill Cosby, none of them. Guess what's giving y'all bad bacteria in your gut? Cow's milk, dairy foods. Dairy foods, corn, potatoes, rhubarb, and oranges. How can I get over this headache I'm going to have in the morning due to no coffee? You're literally speaking up a headache. You are literally forecasting that you're going to have a headache in the morning. But y'all don't believe in the power of the tongue, I guess. What can I do for this headache I know I'm going to have in the morning? When I click the link, it takes me to make a purchase. Takes you to purchase. Yeah, it's the list. Ma'am, the headache only lasts for a couple of days. You should just roll with it. Take some Tylenol, drink a bunch of water, and let it ride. This is what detox looks like. This is why nobody wants to come off drugs, because it hurts for a couple of days. Y'all feel a little bit of pain, and you're like, oh, well, let me get the coffee so the pain can go away. Pain teaches. Okay? Pain teaches. What you mean you're going to try hard? Take some Tylenol, drink some water. You're going to be fine. You're not going to have a stroke. You're not going to have an aneurysm. You just have a headache. She can take some Advil. It's only for a day or two. Right. Why can't you drink some green tea? I didn't say you couldn't have caffeine. You're going to have a caffeine headache if you don't drink some caffeine. Drink some green tea. My green tea has caffeine in it. I do not drink caffeine-free green tea. Okay? But also, y'all cannot be afraid of some pain. I was addicted to Dilaudid, which is morphine. Addicted to opioids. Flushed them. Was in a fetal position for 3 days, throwing up in a bucket. In a cold sweat like I was on Heron. And got over that, and y'all can't have a caffeine headache? Okay. So, what is giving you leaky gut? Tomatoes, corn, dairy, vinegar, coffee, aloe, and barley. I have stopped smoking cigarettes. I have stopped drinking liquor. I stopped drinking coffee, and I sold coffee for 3.5 years and was drinking 4 cups a day. There's nothing I can't quit. Nothing. Nothing. Jobs, men, anything I want to quit, I quit. That's the mindset y'all gonna have to have. In order to change your life, you have to be confident in the fact that you can fucking do it. I'm blood type AB. Y'all cannot be out here doubting yourselves. Everything that you've wanted to accomplish in your life, you've done it. You know why? Because you wanted to do it. The hardest thing I quit was coffee. I don't even get that. We're talking about O's. Nothing is hard. Do y'all understand that y'all are speaking these things? Y'all be the first ones like, yeah, I'll be speaking it into existence and da 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 da. But then the first thing y'all do is turn around and say something is hard. Nothing is hard. Everything comes easy to you. Nothing is happening to you. It is happening for you. Okay? Every day that you are alive, you are given another opportunity to do great things. Why are y'all not speaking life into yourselves? Don't ever sit here and talk about, I'm anticipating having a headache in the morning. Okay? So, how many of y'all got thyroid problems? Tap the screen, put some hearts in the, put some hearts in there. Feeling icky every day is hard. Being on drugs every day is hard. Going back and forth to the doctors is hard. Okay? Miss Maud, message me, ma'am, so I can send you your list, okay? Leaky gut, thyroid. Your thyroid gets messed up being fat. Yeah. Cabbage, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and mustard greens impair the proper function of your thyroid. It causes your immune system to attack your thyroid. I quit coffee myself and my body feels good after a workout. Good. Gave up coffee 7 cups a day. No side effects. All right, Miss Julie, I'm 7 cups. I was saying that when I grew up with my white friends, I would go to their house and there was always a pot of coffee on the counter. And I would just see her mom just always had a cup of coffee in her hand. And as black people, that's not what we did. Am I the only black person whose family was not drinking coffee all day? We just drank coffee at breakfast, if we drank it at all. That was not an all-day thing. In the heat of 4 o'clock afternoon, we were not drinking a cup of coffee. Kool-Aid, maybe. Maybe Kool-Aid. Maybe a soda. But it wasn't no hot cup of coffee. Husky, not chunky, husky. I'm going to email you also about the foods list. I can only access, what now? You can only access the recipes. Did you get the foods list? You're saying that when you clicked on the foods list, it wouldn't open? Let me know what you're talking about, Ann. Yeah, we only drink it in the morning. Maybe we weren't trained well. I don't know. Okay. So, what's making your metabolism sluggish? Wheat, kidney beans, and navy beans. It directs you to another site. Yeah, just send me a message on Instagram. We'll figure it out. Okay? Kool-Aid. What's going to turn it around? What's going to give you a positive immune response? What foods are going to give you a positive immune response? Because those foods that you were eating are giving you a negative immune response. So if you are dealing with inflammation, eating these foods are anti-inflammatory, which means they're going to take inflammation out of your body. They're going to cause your skin and your organs to come back down to their normal size. That's a positive immune response. Wouldn't we agree? Omega-3 containing fish, cod, halibut, red snapper, and trout. Not every fish that you love has an anti-inflammatory effect for you. It might have an anti-inflammatory effect for another blood type, just not for you. And I know y'all love salmon so much. Okay? But salmon is not on your beneficial list as a blood type O. Walnuts, anti-inflammatory. Hazelnuts, flaxseed oil, parsnips, peas, pineapple juice. I juiced my watermelon pineapple today. Damn it, I left my juice on my nightstand. Okay? So I have to juice the rest of the pineapples once they are ripened. But I did my big watermelon and my pineapple today. So, what about herring? Do you have your list? I'm only talking about what foods are helping with your ailments. Herring is not going to be an anti-inflammatory fish. Okay? Even though it may be beneficial for you, it doesn't mean it has an anti-inflammatory effect. Okay? So, what is going to encourage good bacteria in your gut? Onions, string beans, broccoli, escarole, chicory, Swiss chard, and kale. These are the foods you need to be eating next to your steak, next to your beef, next to your lamb, next to your venison. Okay? How many of you are blood type O's and you do not eat red meat? Share the live with 15 people. Tap the screen so we can get the numbers up, and put some hearts in the comments for me, please. How many of you blood type O's do not eat red meat? Anna, why do you choose not to eat red meat? Joan, why are you choosing not to eat red meat? It makes you feel heavy. The last time you had some red meat, what did you eat it with? I started when I watched you. How are you feeling now, baby girl? Yes, I take omega-3 capsules every day. I have them on my website. Go get them. Stays in your gut too long? As compared to what? A Chipotle burrito. So you ate some beef wrapped in a tortilla. Did you put some peppers in it too? With some cheese and some sour cream? Because I know when I used to eat Chipotle, that's what I would put in a burrito. Did you put all that stuff in there too? This is just a test. Because I'm about to show you what happened. No peppers, but you put sour cream, probably guacamole, yeah? Cheese, because it wouldn't be the same without it. Let me tell you what happened, okay? Oh, did you put some corn in it too? Flounder or that's not. Okay. Star Galloway Pete. Let me tell y'all why y'all think beef is a problem for you. Okay? When you eat beef next to things that trigger inflammation in your body, the beef is not going to digest. So you are the person that kept your body from digesting the beef. Her Chipotle burrito. Okay? Good. Her Chipotle burrito was wrapped in a corn tortilla. Okay? Not only was it corn, but it's a floured tortilla, which is also corn and wheat. Okay? Those two things trigger inflammation in your body. Blood type O can also not have dairy foods. So she had cheese and sour cream and rice inside the burrito. She has stopped her body from being able to process the beef. The only thing that was healthy for her inside that burrito was the beef. If she would have eaten that beef all by itself, she probably would have lost a pound overnight. The reason that y'all think that y'all cannot eat beef takes 3 days to digest and 7 days if you don't have a gallbladder anymore. I don't believe that. You're also not supposed to be eating beef, Maud. That's probably why it takes all that time for you to digest it, because you're blood type B. Whose Wi-Fi is cutting up? Mine? You're not even supposed to be eating steak, Maud. For all of you blood type Bs out there, for you, all you blood type Os out there that do not eat beef, I challenge you to go out tomorrow, get you a steak, some spinach, and some pineapple juice, sit down and eat it, and come back in here on Friday and tell us how you feel. You can never eat beef next to carbohydrates. Never, 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 never. Hi, Keisha. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat breakfast. Listen, when y'all say, what do you eat for breakfast? Y'all have to understand breakfast, the whole word means break fast. Okay? But the way that you guys are using it is how they programmed you to use it. How they programmed you to think is this is breakfast time, lunch time, dinner time. Okay? I don't have a set time when I break my fast. I break my fast when I am hungry. Okay? I ate a salad before I came on here. I ate a salad at 3:30 today with romaine lettuce, turkey, pecorino cheese, and my homemade ranch dressing. That's all I've eaten. And my watermelon and pineapple juice that I juiced. Some of it, because there's still a lot of it left in my bottle. That was at 3:30 this afternoon. The last thing I ate was, I had some salad last night, the exact same salad. Last night after I got off the live, which was at about 9 o'clock last night, that's when I ate some salad. Same salad. Turkey, lettuce, pecorino cheese, homemade ranch dressing with sour cream, Greek yogurt, dill, mayonnaise, kosher salt, garlic powder, onion powder. Okay? Oh, and I had some cherries before I went to sleep. I got mine from Costco. Check Costco. But look on Instacart. If you look on Instacart, use Instacart as a search engine. If you use it as a search engine, you'll know what grocery store to go to. Not waste your gas. Okay? So, what is going to speed up your metabolism, have you a good immune response? Good evening. Hey, what's up, man? A good immune response. Good night, Sylvia. A good immune response for a blood type O is when you eat beef, lamb, veal, mutton, and buffalo. What is the immune response when you eat those things? It speeds up your metabolism, burns fat, cholesterol. That's a great immune response. Okay? So the whole objective is that you eat foods that give you a good immune response versus a bad immune response like inflammation. I'm eating a little bit more. You should make a plan to eat it every other day. I made some mutton one time in my pressure cooker with some yam. That was back before I realized you're not supposed to eat this shit together. What about eggs? It's not a question. What about is not a question. Okay? Formulate your question. So what is going to encourage good thyroid function? Turmeric and sea vegetables. Blood type O, the reason that you have these thyroid issues is because you naturally have lower iodine than all the other blood types. And iodine is pivotal for proper thyroid function. So sea moss, go get the sea moss off of my website. It's fantastic. Sea vegetables, kelp, dulse, bladderwrack, seaweed, kombu, wakame. Yeah, try to eat it at least 3 times a week. You have a lot of illnesses. Go get the, Miss Tina, do you have your foods list? Let's get rid of these diseases, honey. Just about every disease out there can be reversed. They be coming up with new ones every day. But all this shit can be reversed. Click my name, go to my page, get the list, only eat the beneficial foods for 7 days, and watch how you feel. I don't know, go get your list, ma'am. Go get your list. Y'all expect me to go look this stuff up when y'all can look this stuff up. Like, I'm supposed to commit to knowing what foods y'all supposed to be eating when I have the food list on my phone. And I gotta look my shit up still, and I'm 14 months ahead of y'all. Okay? Don't tell them, let them do what you had to do. You don't help people by telling them the answer. You help people by teaching them how to find shit. You gotta do the work for you are not gonna get credit for turning in somebody else's paper. Okay? This is the work you have to do for you. Living in Jamaica but eating food without wheat is hard. Almost everything is wheat. It's not as hard as you think. Y'all can't use these places as an excuse. We live in America. Everything has wheat in it. Even Popeye's French fries. Imagine that. So what is repairing your leaky gut? What's going to give you a good immune response and help repair your leaky gut? Chicory, onions, peas, prunes, maitake mushrooms, beet greens, collard greens, and fava beans. Okay? Where the A's at? Heart says no. Nobody's supposed to be here. Y'all can't use locations as a problem. We're all dealing with the same shit. What do A's deal with? Ineffective animal protein breakdown. Y'all are the complete opposite, on the opposite end of the spectrum as blood type O's. So, your immune response to eating meat is that your body cannot digest that at all. So, a lot of you blood type A's are walking around protein malnourished. I don't care how many steaks you eat, how much chicken you eat, none of it. You think I have a lot of Canadians here? Probably. I'm an O negative. What will help IBS? Go get the foods list. Cut out all the neutral and cut out all the harmful. Bad bacteria is why you have IBS. You have bad bacteria in your gut. There are certain foods that create bad bacteria in your... Where the Canadians at? We got this many Canadians? Where all the Canadians at? I wish I could do it. I can't hold it as long as her. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Where the Canadians at? Put the flag in the comments. My heart says... Have y'all seen Deborah Cox? She still look the same. She still look great. Y'all also have poor metabolism of saturated fats. Your body cannot break down saturated fats. Okay? Adrenal hormone stress disorder, imbalance. How many of y'all dealing with this up and down cortisol? You saw her, you just saw her in concert. Was she great? I know she was great. I know she was. She's a Canadian. For y'all that didn't know, Miss Deborah Cox is a Canadian. I love her. I think she's fabulous. Yeah, she takes good care of herself. Her and Maya look fantastic. And you also have thicker blood and larger than normal red blood cells. Oh, Beyonce and Blue are on stage. Miss Madison! Oh, I cannot wait. Yes, you can eat red meat. Let me give y'all, let me point something out to y'all that y'all probably didn't think about. Have y'all noticed that Maya's amazing. Have y'all noticed that the only meat that's called meat is red meat? You have the sickle cell trait? Crap. Sometimes I just can't help thinking living without you, baby. The only meat that they call meat is red meat. You never hear anybody say pork meat. You never hear anybody say chicken meat. So that should tell you that only red meat is meat. Chicken and turkey is poultry. Pork is pork. You have to go off, you have to go to my page. You have to go off of this live, click the link on my page, or go to ceorganics.com and get it. Okay? Also, bacterial overgrowth. So here are the foods that are jacking y'all up as a blood type A. Okay? Red meat, beef, lamb, veal, pork, organ meats, liver and stuff. Okay? Crustaceans, lobster and crab, shellfish, your shrimp, tropical and industrial oil. So your coconut oil, your avocado oils, those things do not digest in your body. Okay? Blood type A and high fat cheeses. Blood type A has more heart disease than all the other blood types. Heart disease. What's the #1 killer in America? What is making your blood thick? When your blood gets thick and your red blood cells are large, it makes your blood vessels larger. This is what starts arterial sclerosis. Okay? Vinegar. Just about every condiment in your house has vinegar in it. Tap the screen, put some hearts in the comments, and share the live. Okay? Vinegar. Oranges, dairy foods, distilled liquor, and guar gum. What is creating bad bacterial overgrowth in your body? White and sweet potatoes. Oh yes, shrimp is not good for anybody. I know that's right. That's the attitude you should have. Y'all be wondering why y'all have the gout and why y'all have high cholesterol and shit. Shrimp. Shrimp is not healthy. And it's a fucking parasite. I call them the roaches of the sea. White and sweet potatoes. Blood type A cannot eat no potatoes. Black pepper, navy beans, oranges again. Kidney beans, lima beans, and whey protein. Roaches of the sea. Okay. What time should I stop eating? That's on you. Y'all have to stop letting the clock rule your body. Okay? The clock don't have nothing to do with your body's rhythm. You need to get your body in a rhythm. I do, you do, birds and bees, girl. Your body has a rhythm, a circadian rhythm of when you sleep, when you eat, You have to start paying attention to your body, and then you'll know when you should stop eating. But there is no clock. I remember that girl got so pissed off at me because she was like, you shouldn't be eating this late. Because I was getting off the live and it was like 8:30 or something. And I was like, let me get off here and get me something to eat. And she was like, you shouldn't be eating this late. Now, first of all, mind your business. Okay? I don't go to bed till around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay? So you have to stop letting other people dictate to you what you should be doing for your body. You have to listen to your body and get to know your body. Can't nobody tell you what time you're supposed to be eating. Divorce yourself from that. I divorced myself from time in 2010. I can tell you, I can pinpoint it to the day when I said me and time are no longer friends. We don't have nothing to talk about. Have y'all noticed that time is the biggest stressor in your life? The only time I feel a little bit of stress is trying to get on here with y'all. And that's why I don't allow myself to get stressed out. That's why I come on here when I'm ready to come on here. I don't have no set time to be on here. I tell y'all I'm going to come around this time because I'm not going to stress myself out about it. I'm going to show up. When I show up, if y'all here, y'all here. If y'all not here, I'm still going to do the show. Okay? Don't put yourself in jeopardy over nobody else's schedule. I take my chill every day. That's why I don't be pressed to get on here. But I'm going to show up. Okay? Y'all allow time to stress y'all the fuck out. Oh, I got to eat by a certain time. I got to go sleep by a certain time. I got to be on somebody's job by a certain time. I got to fight this traffic. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to be married by this time. I got to have kids by this time. That's why y'all stressed out. I don't know if the invites are sent or not. Y'all be stressing yourselves out. Okay? So, that's why we should try to take the stress out of this food thing. Right? Let's try to take the stress out of this food thing. Because food stresses y'all the fuck out, especially A's. It literally says that in the book. That food stresses you out. Time is always going to time. You are not going to be able to beat time. So don't even try. You got it, dog. That was me. You got it, dog. You can have it. I don't have nothing to prove with time because you won't win. You're welcome. It's my pleasure, Julie, honestly. You know what? Every morning I literally thank God for giving me a purpose. That was the conversation that I had this morning, and I do it every day. Thank you for choosing me and giving me this purpose. Because I'm going to tell you, you will wander around this place aimless if you don't have a purpose. Think about that now. I'm grateful to God for this assignment. Because I am being used. And that's something that I feel like you don't feel like you don't have a worth. You don't feel worthy of things if you're not being used for something. Okay? Think about that now. Y'all know I cannot stand no Alicia Keys. So, what's going to turn it around for you as a blood type A? Miss Julie, have y'all started? Who's the A's? Have y'all started eating tofu yet? Where the A's at? Did y'all start eating some tofu yet? With all my heart, I love you, baby. I cannot stand Alicia Keys. You got your tofu today? What about AB negative? I heard it is rare. I am a AB negative and it is rare. Oh, you've already missed it. Jax already finished the O's. Yeah, I don't like her. So, sardines, snapper, snails, acceptable legumes, beans, and nuts. But most importantly, she said shit. Most importantly, the thing that will change your life as a blood type A is tofu. And I know y'all just like so intimidated by that little white block of soybeans. Why is it that y'all don't have a problem eating beans until we say soybeans? Hi. Y'all will eat all the beans except soybeans. No, bees is next. You feel better? What is going to thin out your blood and bring your red blood cells back down to their normal size as a blood type A? Lemons and water. Every day. You A's, everybody, my suggestion is everybody drink lemon water at least once a day. Because that helps to break up mucus in the body. It helps you to eliminate poop, okay? But as an A, it's going to thin out your blood. Because y'all are prone to blood clots, thick blood, larger than normal blood cells, also larger blood vessels. Pineapple, water, okay? Pineapple, blueberries, blackberries, green tea, and olive oil, flaxseed oil, and walnuts, okay? Correction, real lemon, not the lemon juice. Exactly. The Lord pulled me towards your energy. Well, that's awesome. Your doctor told you that your red blood cells are smaller than your white blood cells? Hi, Fat Daddy Cakes. You feel so silky smooth since you got your bath today. Come here. Come here. Let me see. Come. Nobody listens to me around here. So you want to come on this side. What is with you coming on this side? Oh my God, you look beautiful. Just look at this boy. Look at this silky smooth baby. Look. Look at you. You look beautiful. Where's your jewelry? Where's your collar and stuff? It's a pretty baby. What is going to balance your guts? What do you want? I don't know what you want, Fat Daddy. They said you beautiful. Come here. Come here, Juju. Oh, what you do? What you Juju? Whoa. What's a Juju? What you Juju? You just woke up? Oh, you need a nap? Huh? You want to go take a nap? Don't you do it. I know you trying to go for it. Don't you even think of Don't you even think about it, boy. You know he got me on the lips the other day. He be trying to go for it. No, he is a pit bull collie. Not collie, shit. What is he? Border collie. He's a pit bull border collie mix. He's a border bull. Okay? Escarole, dandelion, chard rapini, broccoli rabe, fava beans, prunes, mushrooms, silver dollar mushrooms. Those are the white mushrooms from the grocery store. How are y'all cooking y'all dandelion? Who's eating dandelion? Somebody was in here all fascinated with the dandelion yesterday. How do y'all even cook it? I'm curious. Where the bees at? Soba noodles is a noodle that A's can have, right? Are they made from buckwheat? I want to say soba noodles are made from buckwheat, right? You put it in a salad? Brew the roots? I have dandelion tea, but I thought people were eating them. So, what does blood type B deal with? Okay, they're made from buckwheat. That's what I thought. So lectin sensitivity, liver detox dysfunction, hyperassimilator tendencies, and imbalanced microbiome. You tried tofu firm and the consistency almost had you gagging. Did you freeze it first? Air fry dandelion flowers. I'm not going to do that. Who's done that? Did you try it? I bought some noodles today. I bought some more cauliflower and sweet potato pasta. I re-upped on my edamame noodles because they were on sale at the Sprouts. And I got some shirataki noodles as well, spaghetti noodles as well. Come on, bees. Let me tell you what's giving you lectin sensitivity. You may not understand what lectin sensitivity is, but blood type B is more sensitive to lectins than all the other blood types. Okay? Most vegetables have, plants have more lectins than meats do. Okay? So, what's jacking up blood type B? Chicken. Number one thing. See you tomorrow. And I know that you guys are extremely sensitive about chicken. For blood type B and blood type AB, chicken is literally deadly. Okay? Because the lectin in the chicken attacks our bloodstream, causing our red blood cells to clump together. Okay? And when these cells clump together, it's not as if they become unclumped. Those cells are destroyed beyond repair. Did y'all know that a lot of these foods that you're eating that are not right for you destroy the cells in that area? Beyond repair. These cells are just gone. Okay? So we have a lot of dead cells floating around in our body, in our bloodstream. That's why burdock detoxes the blood. You feel so good since you stopped eating chicken. Y'all don't find it fascinating that every single person that has stopped eating chicken, regardless of their blood type, feels better? That's not proof to y'all that chicken is jacked the fuck up. Share this live. Tap the screen. Tap the screen to get some people in here. Everybody tap together. Get some people in here. Listen, it doesn't hit home with y'all that regardless of blood type, every single person that has stopped eating chicken feels better? If nothing else, that should convince you that chicken is a problem. What else? Corn. What do chickens eat? Corn. Buckwheat, wheat, sesame, amaranth, soy, and rye. Okay? Blood type B and O can never have soy. They hold uric acid within their muscles, but also the lectin causes your body to have an immune response. Everybody. But everybody always wants to blame that uric acid on beef. You said it's called Scandalous. A recent documentary I watched showed chicken as a problem. It is. I bet you do love that beef. I'm so jealous. What's wrong with chicken? You're trying to feel better? Chicken has 100 times the estrogen that the human body has. If that's not enough to scare you, okay? It is pretty much responsible for all autoimmune diseases, fibroids, endometriosis, and all of that. When you have an excessive amount of estrogen in your body, it is going to jack your body up. When it comes to food, there's no difference in the positive or the negative, queen. Exactly. That's exactly right. And why do you think so many women have fibroids and endometriosis and PCOS? Chicken. Just type into Google, is chicken high in estrogen? That's all. Just type it into Google. If you need to go see. They describe chicken as estrogen rich. What is messing up your liver detox function as a blood type B? Lentils, black beans, black-eyed peas, mung beans, artichokes, and aloe. Okay? What is giving you hyper-assimilator tendencies? Your mom passed away. She was definitely against soy. What was your mom's blood type? Why was she against soy? What was her blood type? But she was eating chicken though. Y'all are cutting off soy. But chicken is the problem. Do you know what your mom's blood type was? This was your first month without cramping. You got so many women out here dealing with these horrible periods, this horrible PMS, this horrible menopause. That was me 14 months ago. And it's all because of chicken. You're eating fried estrogen. How would you like your estrogen? You want to bake it? You want to rotisserie your estrogen? What is causing hyper-assimilator tendencies? Thank you. I ain't seen, that's the first gift I've seen today. Where the gifts at? Do y'all know what a hyper-assimilator is? A hyper-assimilator, you got your good. Only eat the beneficial foods, Tina, for 7 days and watch what happens. You're going to lose probably 5 to 10 pounds. Your autoimmune flare-up stopped after giving up chicken. And every day I get internet accosted by people that are addicted to chicken. Well, you said we couldn't eat chicken. First of all, I don't tell y'all what y'all can and can't eat. I just tell y'all what the food is doing to you. I don't tell y'all what y'all can and can't eat because what y'all eat don't make me shit. I don't control nobody but me. I don't even control them dogs. Okay? So I can't make y'all stop eating chicken. Trust me, I wish I could. But it's also not my place. All I can do is tell you what it's going to do when you eat it. So, a hyperassimilator is a person whose gut bacteria breaks down digestive resistant starches and turns it into sugar, and that sugar is then stored as fat. That's what blood type B does. I used to hit up Cane's and tear up some baked chicken, and then you thought you was doing something because you got it baked, didn't you? Because they got us out here believing that as long as you bake the chicken, it's so much more healthy for you. Do y'all now see how they got us? They gonna make you eat that chicken, so how should we market the chicken? This is what happens in advertising agencies and in marketing departments, okay? How can we keep people eating chicken? Let's make them believe that they should eat it baked or rotisserie or air fryer. Let's come up with other ways for them to cook it and make them believe that it's healthy. Because they gonna keep you eating that chicken. Egg whites. Egg whites don't have the nutritional value that the whole egg has, which means you're not getting all of that estrogen in the egg whites. Right. That's how marketing works. They are going to keep you as a consumer. All they're going to do is place that, it's called product placement. They're going to switch how the product is placed in front of you. So instead of advertising a bunch of fried chicken, now they villainize frying. So now fried chicken is the bad chicken. Baked chicken is the good chicken. Who wins? The chicken people. We steadily getting sick. Can't understand because we're eating all this healthy chicken. Well, I don't fry it, so why am I having these problems? That's why y'all suspect everything but the chicken. Good night. Don't forget to send me a message now. Y'all suspect everything but the chicken because I'm not frying it. Still eating baked estrogen. So, what is triggering your hyper assimilator tendencies? Me too, we all do. Imagine if we knew this shit in our 20s, y'all. Because I'm 54. Imagine if we knew this information when we were 25. You 56? All right now, come on, 50s. Imagine what we could have taken over the world by now. If we knew this information when we was 25, we could have taken over the world. The thing about it was, I knew this shit at 25. That fucking irks the shit out of me. Because I read the book when it came out and did not do nothing with that information. I read the book 30 years ago. That would have made me 25. God damn it! This is what happens when you don't put action behind your shit. This is what happens. That's why I tell y'all, don't keep coming over here looking at my pretty face. It is all my fault. It is all my fault. It's all my fault that y'all been eating chicken all this time. We weren't ready, Danielle. We just were not ready. It was too deep. So I remember reading it and I was just like, and at that time I was selling supplements and in the gym, working out 3-4 hours a day and shit. Wasn't even supposed to be doing that exercise. The name of the book is Eat Right for Your Type. It's all my fault that y'all are as unhealthy as you are, because if I would have put some action behind this 25 years ago, here's the thing. There was no internet. We would not have found each other. Wasn't no TikTok 30 years ago. What's triggering this shit in your body? Peanuts, tomatoes, soy, cashews, corn, cornstarch, black pepper, poppy seeds, pinto beans, maltodextrin, and rhubarb. How would we have found each other, Danielle? Somebody's messaging me. I could have called. Whip out the phone book. Whip out the phone book and just call every. Have you heard the good news? Have you heard the good news? You should be eating for your blood type. Click. Because that's back in the day when they had for real phones and people would slam the phone down on you. Now you can't. I really wish my phone could do that. I would hang up on more people. Yeah, I was a telemarketer. I would hang up on way more people if my cell phone could hang up on people. I have a house phone though, but it's still not the same as slamming a phone. What's going to turn it all around for blood type B? Cultured dairy products, sour cream and Greek yogurt, ricotta cheese, kefir, cottage cheese, mozzarella cheese, farmer's cheese, feta cheese, and paneer. Cheese, white cheese. will block your lectin sensitivity. Okay? What's gonna build muscle? Halibut, which apparently is Jordan's favorite fish now. He just loves it. How much is the house phone bill? It's tied in with my internet. It's in my Spectrum internet. It's cable, internet, and phone. Actually, this shit's like $19 a month. The only person that has the number is my sister. I really should rethink this. Why the fuck do I have a house phone? Hold up, for real though. Why the fuck do I have a house phone? Because if the internet goes down, so does the fucking phone. If the internet goes down, so does the phone. I'm getting duped. I'm glad you brought that up, Stones. I never even thought about it. That $20 needs to go back into my pocket. God damn. Nobody ever sees it. You know, the only reason I literally use the house phone when I use the house phone is to talk to my sister and to find my cell phone. You know how you lose your phone and you gotta call your phone to find your phone? That literally is the only reason I use the house phone. You got your cell phone with Spectrum? I really wish I would have done that, because we used to spend like $400 a month on a goddamn cell phone. I do have an iPad. And then I got 2 cell phones. I'm like 2 Chainz. I got 2 phones, one for the streets and one for the hoes. 2 phones. It's the Nigerian in me that states I must have 2 phones. Mine are not cheap though. That's the unfortunate part. And they both have phone numbers on them. And I don't talk on the phone. The only person that calls me is Baby Trey. And he'll call me 25 times a day. I need to rethink my life right now. Y'all done got me on some other shit right now. I really need... What am I doing? Because I'm on the iPad. Then here's my Mac. I'll be 55 in February. What kind of discounts can I get? I really need to think this over. I'm sorry, Maud, but they done really stumped me today. I need to start taking advantage of these senior discounts. My birthday, I'm signing up for everything. AARP, all that shit. So, what's going to be... all of them. I'm already getting the emails. I think you get AARP when you turn 50, don't you? You start going to early bird specials and shit, the movies and stuff. I'm already getting the emails. So, for blood type B to build your muscle and to speed up your metabolism, halibut, cod, mackerel, sardines, lamb, rabbit, venison, deer, elk. They said something yesterday about some hotel discounts, and I was like, let me look into that. I literally just said that last night. What's going to improve? I'm about to take advantage of that, but I need to rethink my life when it comes to all these electronics that I'm not using. Nobody has this phone number. It's just in case of an emergency. So, mustard greens, beet greens, green tea, licorice root, parsnips, curry powder, ginger root, all will help improve your liver function. Okay? And what is going to blunt those hyper assimilator tendencies? AARP senior discounts on travel, emails, concerts. Yeah, I need to take advantage of that shit. I'm about to look into it. I'm going to sign up for that Colonial Penn $9 insurance too. May as well. I just paid our life insurance bill today, as a matter of fact. Me and that boy. But I may as well go ahead and get that $9.99 Colonial Penn shit, right? Why not? It's just $10. I can turn the house phone off and get some more life insurance. Why not? So, what is going to blunt your hyper assimilator tendencies? Mushrooms, silver dollar, enoki, and maitake, whey protein shakes, blueberries, Brussels sprouts, blackberries, and grapes. It be penning? I'm about to go find out. Used to make parsnip. I don't even know what a parsnip. I thought there was a dog behind me. Sometimes Fats really do be behind me, but he's so dark you can't really see him. What is a parsnip? It's like a kid. Are you serious? I've never had a parsnip in my entire life. Just like that rhubarb. These little vegetables are foreign to me. So, what's going to balance your microbiome? Brewer's yeast. What is brewer's yeast? Let's find out. How do you even eat this brewer's yeast? You supposed to add it to something? Brewer's yeast. Oh. So what do you do? Mix it into stuff? So are they like nutritional yeast? Is that what nutritional yeast is? It prevents diarrhea and aids in digestion. Brewer's yeast is often used in alternative medicine to prevent diarrhea and aid in digestion. It may also help to treat diabetes and respiratory problems such as the common cold and flu. It says, they wrote this wrong. As its name suggests, brewer's yeast is formed as a byproduct of beer making. Only as British folks know. Apparently, they eat rhubarb down in the South too. Because somebody said what is it called? A runaround pie or something? So nutritional yeast is different from brewer's yeast? Also, apparently, it boosts your milk supply as a breastfeeding mom. Okay, somebody asked, brewer's yeast versus nutritional yeast. Brewer's yeast is a live, active yeast used for beer making that is then heat killed and turned into a dietary supplement. Nutritional yeast is a deactivated yeast grown solely for its nutritional content. Both products are made using Saccharomyces cerevisiae, a type of single-celled fungus more commonly known as yeast. Well, this is interesting. I'm going to tell Jordan to get some of that nutritional yeast and see what it's like. Also, molasses and cabbage. Jordy said when he went to Korean barbecue, I think the other day, they had curry coleslaw. First of all, Jordan always calls me a white lady because I love coleslaw. He swears, by golly, that coleslaw is a white people's food. I freaking love coleslaw. Okay? Also, when I lived in Nigeria, coleslaw is the base of all of their salads. Lettuce is not grown in Nigeria. It is something that is imported. So, the first time I had an actual cabbage salad was in Nigeria. And it blew my mind because it never dawned on me that cabbage, outside of coleslaw, right, should be the base of your salad. But I freaking love it. I always put a handful of cabbage, shredded cabbage, in my salad. I'm gonna say KFC makes the best freaking coleslaw. If I go to that would be the only thing I would get from KFC, is that damn coleslaw. But apparently there's a curry coleslaw with curry powder in it. They call it spicy curry coleslaw. So of course I had to go to Pinterest and see what this was. Blew my mind. I definitely will be doing it. You're a coleslawaholic, but thought you said cabbage was a no. No, cabbage is beneficial for bees. Cabbage is beneficial for bees. Because didn't you say you eat kimchi? And I said, as a bee, you can eat kimchi? I got 3 jars of kimchi in my refrigerator right now. You grew up on cabbage? Yeah, you benefit from cabbage, so eat up. Try juicing it. I was juicing my cabbage, but cabbage is actually neutral for me. So I haven't been eating it as much as I used to. That's why I still have those 3 jars of kimchi in my refrigerator. So the only time that I actually eat the kimchi is when I make kimchi fried rice, or I will make the kimchi with some mozzarella on top of it. Okay? But kimchi is also fermented and is a natural probiotic. But go look it up. I'm probably going to add that to the cookbook too. That curry coleslaw. So in the bee cookbook. But curry benefits bee, and cabbage benefits bee. Also, they had one recipe that added sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds to it. And I think that was like a warm curry cabbage with the seeds in it. Okay? So, blood type AB. This is the last one. Yeah, fix some curry coleslaw with some lamb chops. That sounds amazing. So already took out this big old lamb roast today. Then he's leaving for Vegas tomorrow. I was like, no, sir. No. Because I'm not going to be eating the rest of that roast. You can make that when you come back. Somebody going to need to eat it, and it ain't going to be me. So what do we deal with as a blood type AB? Bacterial overgrowth and dysbiosis, cell signaling issues, stress, and lectin sensitivities. So blood type AB is a combination of A and B. We are a hybrid blood type. About Friday steak and avocado sounds great. You can't have no avocados. Well, you can have them, but avocados lower the good cholesterol in your body. So if you're struggling to make sure you keep your cholesterol numbers good, avocado is not going to help you. Okay? So, what do we have this lectin sensitivity with? Chicken, corn, haddock, flounder, kidney beans, mung beans, chickpeas. Swells us right on up. Achy bones, bad skin, all of that. Did y'all realize that Miss Tabitha, Auntie Tab, somebody sent me a video of her the other day because they know how I... So she was talking about how much weight she had gained and how she had to take a break because she had to get back to herself and lose some weight, and her doctor had told her that she needed to lose some weight. Miss Vegan Queen. Okay? Now remember, she out there eating all them chickpeas and shit. And then she had that sciatica. She couldn't get this pain. She had this sciatica. Do you know that lectin sensitivity makes your bones and your joints hurt? She ain't gonna listen to me. But she got all them deals at Target selling y'all all that shit, popcorn and shit. She out here dealing with all this pain, all these aches and pains, but she's steady eating them damn chickpeas and shit. And the video that they sent me, she was making avocado toast with Dave's Killer Bread, tomatoes, 4 slices of tomatoes on top of a bed of avocados. I just responded to the person that sent it to me. Was like, Okay, lady. So, what else? Sesame, sunflower seeds, lima beans, black beans, fava beans, black-eyed peas, and buckwheat. I tried to be vegan, and in 2 weeks, I gained 10 pounds. Eating this shit right here. Oh, yes. That's why I was like, that's why she got all this pain. She eating nightshade vegetables. She eating wheat. She eating popcorn. She told y'all keep making meat the villain in your story, but you still walking around with sciatica and gaining weight and all kinds of shit. But meat's the villain. How's meat the villain and you ain't even eating it? I would love to know what her blood type. I bet you $1 to a dime she blood type O. I bet you. I bet you $1 to a dime she a blood type O. Would that not be the ironic thing of the year? What is giving us bacterial overgrowth? Oranges, camembert cheese, bananas, distilled liquor, dextrose, sucrose, fructose, guar gum, guava, mangoes, carrageenan, cornstarch, sago, and zucchini beans, radishes, rhubarb, sorghum, and Jerusalem artichokes. Y'all saw the other lady, right? B Loves with the seafood boils. The one that did the mukbangs. Ended up with all them health issues. Her hands look like bear claws. And last week, she's no longer eating the seafood boils because apparently she done had all of these health issues, and now I think she has lupus. So hands were this swollen, eating turkey legs on her mukbangs. Now, mind you, I used to watch her do those seafood boils, and I'd just be sitting there like, but wait, I'm going to support a black business, right? So I bought that sauce that she makes. I threw that shit right in the trash. I threw it right in. I never made it. I put it at the top of the cabinet and it was like, I'm not making this shit. Because when you read the ingredients and then what you have to put in it just to make the sauce, it called for a can of Coca-Cola. If y'all could have seen the ingredients, I was like, this is exactly why this lady is sick. She eating this shit every day. Her on that damn, I cannot tell y'all how big this lady's hands were. Because people were in the comments talking about how big her hands were. You used to eat that? I couldn't do it. When I saw that, I said, I'm not. I would have been jacked up, dude. What stresses us out and unbalances our blood, our immune system? Sorghum, sucrose, dextrose, carrageenan, distilled liquor, acacia, coffee, aspartame, and pork. For some views, She was also talking about how her money has gone down. How she's not making that money off YouTube no more like she was before. And telling people that if you pop off, that you need to go out there and go hard, get you a house, get you some things and invest before your moment is over. Okay? So anyway, what's going to block lectin sensitivity? Yogurt, feta cheese, farmer's cheese, mozzarella cheese. Okay? We benefit from these specific dairy foods. What's going to build muscle in our body and speed up our metabolism? Turkey, cod, eggs, egg whites. Okay? Tuna, salmon, sardines, grouper, tofu, and tempeh. Egg whites are beneficial to blood type AB. Okay? You said you put down the Sprite? Fantastic. I never was really a soda drinker. And thank God. What's going to improve your cell signaling? Watermelon, curry powder, figs, garlic, onions, cranberries, green tea, eggplant, cherries, plums, olive oil, peanuts, walnuts, walnut oil, and blackberries. I want to do a challenge, like a challenge to see how many, something like how many medicinal things can you get into your body every day? And then you like tag me on your videos. Something. Because even in just this section alone, I probably get like 5 of these things in my body every day. Because I challenge myself to get these things in my system. Just with my salad, okay? I'll make sure that I have some mozzarella on it. I'll make sure that I have some Greek yogurt on it. I'll make sure that I eat cherries every night before I go to bed. I eat walnuts, okay, throughout the day or at night before I go to bed. I always have garlic. I always have onions. I always use my walnut oil or my olive oil. I drink my green tea every day. So in this section alone, I do about 7 of these things every day. So challenge yourselves. If you know what your health issue is, okay, try to find things on your beneficial list that will specifically address those particular ailments. I know my issue, number 1, is inflammation. So I always try to eat as many anti-inflammatory things as possible on my beneficial list. Cherries and walnuts are those things. Pineapple juice are those things, right? For my cell signaling, watermelon. So today I juiced my watermelon and pineapple, okay? I always eat onions. I had it on my salad. I always have garlic. We always sprinkle garlic and stuff, right? So what else did I have today? My green tea, of course. So I've done 6 of these already today. Good evening. Jazz, did you make sure to get your foods list? So what's going to balance our guts as a blood type AB? Mushrooms, silver dollar, portobello, enoki, and maitake mushrooms. I probably eat a pound of portobello mushrooms every week. I'll make a cauliflower pizza. Like the last cauliflower pizza I made was like four days ago, I think. I always saute portobello mushrooms, onions, spinach. I put fresh spinach on it. And my mozzarella cheese, garlic, of course. So I get like 5 or 6 different things that is beneficial to me on that pizza. Okay? Garlic is a natural antibacterial thing. Okay? You had some more portobellos for dinner? I do have a recipe. I have a recipe book for blood types. Just click the link on my bio. I have a recipe book for all 4 blood types. I'm actually making a 2nd edition right now. Okay? What else do I benefit from? Miso, cabbage. Well, these are the things that balance my gut. Miso, cabbage, kefir, amaranth, dandelion greens, watercress, and brewer's yeast. I'm going to get some of that brewer's yeast. Okay, we're done. I gotta go because I drank all this tea and I got to pee. So I will see y'all back here again tomorrow. Jordan is leaving. Jordan is leaving again tomorrow, so I'm going to have to walk the dogs before we go live, but I will be back tomorrow. Love y'all. Bye.